are you ready to lead through the first shout out?
Yeah.
Are you ready Are you ready to do the shout out?
You know,
Can you do it? Matt, where's the song? Shout out, shout out, shout out.
My brain is still in recovery mode.
Shout out, shout out, shout out.
My brain is still in recovery mode.
Shout out, shout out.
From taking in so many high-level important ideas.
Shout out, shout out.
From taking in so many high-level important ideas. The dial of ideas.
I like talking about ideas.
High level.
The exchange of ideas.
Shout out, shout out.
High level. Still in recovery mode.
Looking forward to sharing more ideas.
David, what do we got, man?
Yeah, well, also, shout out to Joshua who let me know about this very exciting action.
The great Joshua Kahn.
That just happened in the Bay Area. Something we've talked about a lot, and is another good example of recognizing the failures of our current model and trying to push us into the next one. So I wanted to shout out the activists who blocked the entrance at PG&E's headquarters and have demanded that Governor Newsom take over the utility as a public good.
Yes.
It should be noted that many activist groups were part of this action, including disabled people and racial justice advocates. And just quoting from the NBC News story on this, dozens of activists blocked the entrances to PG&E's corporate headquarters in downtown San Francisco on Monday morning, demanding that the utility company do more to protect people from power shutdowns. This is a quote here. People with disabilities, young people who have survived fires in Sonoma County, and black and brown folks have locked down the building, demanding that PG&E can't go about business as usual. Business as usual has meant people's lungs, people's lives, people's homes being taken, said coalition member Pete Wowood. Now, PG&E, as we know, has been found to be a horrible company that's very much responsible for some of the most devastating fires in the region. They are also responsible for horrible abuses in maintaining their system that cause people to actually lose their lives. Their failure to be able to provide power to people has been devastating, especially to people who have medical equipment that runs on electricity. I mean, this is an absolutely devastating company, and a company that continually it's supposed to be run privately, right, so that it increases its efficiency, but constantly they are raising their prices, and people in that area are actually paying some of the highest prices in the country for a service that is not only not working, but is literally killing people. So these activists and so many people have been calling for this to be brought into public control rather than its current system where it is a for-profit company.
Excellent. That's the shout out. David, that was acceptable. No, well done. I'm just kidding. I've always wanted to say that. If I was a professor, I would be such a bastard. But actually low key, probably super easy grader.
Oh yeah.
I would put on my syllabus that 50% of grade was class participation, meaning if I like you or not.
Those were the best professors.
Oh, class participation professors.
Oh yeah.
I would when I would see that syllabus, and especially when they really got into trying to justify it, how you talk is a major part of your career. I was like, oh hell yeah, dude, definitely.
The best were the ones who have you petrified the entire semester that you're going to fail. They come off as a really hard grader, and then they'd give everyone extensions for months. I had a philosophy professor who people would turn in papers a year later, after the course.
A year later, that is a stretch.
Because he was a comrade,
Right. You can manipulate comrades a lot. I remember actually one of the my Marxist professor was I came in. He gave it it was ridiculous. It was a 20-page theory paper. By the way, it was a great class. Shouts to Professor William Corlett. He's the reason. There's no way I would have read Capital on my own. I read that whole fucking book because of that class. And so we had several for undergraduate actual theory papers that we had to write in the semester. And then we were graded on verticals, which was one was actual theoretical contribution and then reading comprehension essentially. But the last one was we had a 15 or 20 page paper due, and then an open book exam within 48 hours. And I went in to meet with him to ask him about something, and he was just I don't know what's wrong with you guys. You guys should have totally shut me down because that's a ridiculous expectation. But you didn't join together as a group, so so you're screwed. I was like, what the fuck, man? Can I have an extension?
It's incredible.
Yeah, I came up with a liberal answer for myself, which was getting an extension.
You just watched a Michael Brooks show video. Subscribe to get them all. Why wouldn't you? Don't be foolish. Click subscribe below and become a patron as well. Patreon.com/TMBS. Thanks, everybody.